Alrighty, headed to Rainbow Springs Big Mo. Maybe it says Carl's Place. Maybe that's a nickname for this one. Playing the white tees. And starting off with a tiny short topped thing. Not even sure what to call that. Rough breakfast ball there, but headed over to the left side of the green on the next shot, forcing a little chip. And if you notice, I accidentally had the course at Gimme Circle 20 feet, so I parred that one, but went and changed the settings right after this to my normal auto putt. Second hole, par 5, going right from the beginning. It's going to be short of this little water creek, though, thankfully. And just now having to lay up. And done really well, luckily skimming through there. 166 remaining. Look like really good weight transfer right there. It's on line, it needs to roll a bit. Oh, that's cruel. Just inches away. If you watch the channel at all for a while, that happens a lot to me. Whoa. Big time draw. Maybe a little too much club action there. 20 yards remaining and it does not check up. There's one that's the opposite, so it rolls to the outside, creating our first bogey of the day. Fourth hole, 422 yard par 4. I wish I could replicate that shot shape, but towards civilization. My chip in almost goes into the water. Luckily it hangs up. 174 remaining and basically a shank out of there. Big time right degree leaning that I didn't really account for. Just trying to hit a 40 yarder and I hit a 52 yarder. So now I'm chipping again. Already at +1. This seeming like not the best start ever. We're going to be +3 through the first 4 holes. Coming up on hole number 5, we're going to have some work to do. This might be a good start. 184. It's low. It should run a bit. It actually runs the perfect amount. Pretty close to a hole-in-one there, to be honest. Good pace. Would have died right in the hole. 28. 6th hole, par 4. Headed for the left side of the fairway. And did not hit that good. There's no way 207 should be the distance of the driver. Little squirrely hybrid that does make it over the hazard and gets to within about 50 yards. Not having good luck with 50 to 75 yards. I'm going to have to switch that club out or something because it's just never dialed in. I'm always going 10 yards too far, 10 yards too short. Quite the shoulder tilt there on that one. And a big spinny thing right over the middle, but leaving a decent shot remaining. 158. Really good tempo there. It might kick into the hole. Oh, there we go. 2 really good shots for birdies, and what was starting out as a pretty disastrous round is now +2 through 7. And another good drive on the way. That was a scary drive. The woods on the left are super dense. Some pretty skinny fairways and demanding drives and second shots. Like, look at this one. Just, you gotta keep this straight. And low, apparently. This one hugging the fairway perfectly, leaving 104 remaining with a good angle. Lots of green to work with. It's on line, but is it far enough? No, we could have had 3 birdies there on the front. A par, we'll take it. Going to the 9th hole. 376-yard par 4. And a squirrely shot out to the right. Hopefully it hangs up before this creek. No. Taking a drop. 178 remaining after that. Just a really soft swing on the hybrid to get it up and out. And pretty good to save a bogey there. +3 on the front. Going to the back 9, starts with par 5, 554 yards. The drive is out to the right and weak again. Not getting the ball speed or launch conditions or spin or anything during this round with the driver. Some of the other clubs were doing okay, but luckily this is a par 5 and able to advance it with the second shot, leaving 160 remaining for the third. And the irons have been pretty good today. This was another one that's going to roll up close to getting a birdie, but we're going to have to take the par there, remaining at +3. 211-yard par 3, 11th. And this is a tough shot for anybody. This is going to come up really short. I took the shorter club and tried to give it a go, but no dice. And a bad chip brings a bogey into the back 9 scorecard on 11, sitting at +4 total for the round. Rainbow Springs, I'm impressed with whoever just put the trees here. It took a while. Here's a good drive right to the elbow of this par 4, 430. Running into some long par 4s on this one, and some long par 3s and some challenging holes. That looked like a chunk with a 190 rescue hybrid 4-iron thing, and then basically a little shallow chunk chip to follow that up, and back-to-back bogeys. Going to 13 now, trying to right the ship. I like that follow through better. That looked very directional, and it got the ball speed up and the launch conditions up. 126 pulled right away. If it catches a piece, we'll be in luck. It does not. Gotta try and chip this in now. Almost doing it. But keeping the par at +4, going to the 14th hole, 355 yards. Another tough driving hole with trees on both sides. This one headed for the right side, but it's going to get underneath this little grouping of trees and go just far enough that I don't think they're in the way. 131 remaining, that's out to the right. Gets a favorable bounce and stays on the green for a par. 15th hole, another par 5. 503 yards. It's left right off the bat. There's out of bounds over there if you go too far, and just thick forest. Looks like there's a tiny opening. And this is simply a layup to get out of that mess. 205 remaining. Giant high draw that is hopefully going to run up there. Oh, and it just catches the circle for a par, staying at +4 and moving to the 16th hole. Big flat draw finish there, trying to run it up apparently, not having enough juice to get it in the birdie circle, but a decent roll up into the par. And we are at +4 going to the 17th hole, 371 yards. Walked off that drive. That one's nice. Not top ball speed or lowest spin ever, but really controlled, high, and on target. A chunk, though, ruins that drive. Now leading to a chip that hopefully can get into that smaller circle. No, it does not. That's a bogey +5. 8th hole. 394 yards. Another good drive. Like that shot shape. Just need to get the spin down a tad. It's hard to tell if the Garmin is accurately guessing that spin or not. In such a short period, I'm skeptical that it knows whether it's 3,500 or 2,500. Just going to catch a piece here of the auto putt. Ending on a par, remaining at +5. Back-to-back 39s on a par 72. That's a 78. Rainbow Springs Big Mo. A course that I thought was difficult, that I thought I navigated pretty well. If you like this course, leave a like on the video, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for all kinds of new stuff coming out.